So as a continuation of the module for General Mathematics, Quarter 2, Week 3, so we have now Lesson 2, which is to differentiate simple annuities and general annuities. So in here, we're going to define and distinguish between simple and general annuities. As mentioned in lesson number 1, annuity is a sequence of payments made at equal or fixed intervals or periods of time. And there are two types of annuity. We have simple annuity and general annuity. Simple annuity is an annuity where the payment interval is the same as the interest period. That means same yung interval ng pagbabayad with the period or interval ng pagbibigay ng interest. On the other hand, general annuity is an annuity where the payment interval is not the same as the interest period. That means, magkaiba yung interval ng pagbabayad and yung interval ng pagbibigay ng interest. Now, let us have real-life examples of simple annuity. Number 1, a deposit of 5,500 pesos was made at the end of every 3 months to an account that earns 5.6% interest compounded quarterly. So, as you can see, yung pagbabayad niya ng 5,500 pesos is every 3 months. So, kung every 3 months, that means 4 times a year. And then, yung interest naman is 5.6% interest compounded quarterly. And compounded quarterly means 4 times a year yung pagbibigay ng interest. So, since same yung interval ng pagbabayad and pagbibigay ng interest, therefore, this is an example of simple annuity. Number 2, 2,000 pesos deposited every year for 5 years at 9% per year compounded annually. So, every year siya nagbabayad and annually yung pagbibigay ng interest. Annually means once a year. So, same sila na interval is 1. Next, number 3, payments of 10,000 pesos every 6 months for 12 years at 6% compounded semi-annually. So, payment niya is every 6 months. That means twice a year. And compounded semi-annually also means twice a year. Therefore, this is an example of simple annuity. How about for general annuity? Example number 1, monthly installment payment of a car, lot, or house with an interest rate that is compounded annually. So as you can see, monthly yung pagbabayad, pero compounded annually yung sa interest. So since magkaiba sila, installment niya is 12 times a year, pero yung interest is once a year. Therefore, this is a general annuity. Number 2, paying a debt semi-annually when the interest is compounded monthly. So, yung pagbabayad niya is semi-annually or twice a year, and then the interest is compounded monthly or 12 times a year. So, magkaiba ulit sila, therefore, it is general annuity. And number 3, payments are made at the end of each month for a loan that charges 1.05% interest compounded quarterly. So, ay nagbabayad siya each month or monthly, and then interest is compounded quarterly or 4 times a year. So, magkaiba ulit sila. Therefore, this is also an example of a general annuity. So, for the activity card, you're just going to examine the underlined clue words, and then you're going to determine if the given situation represent simple annuity or general annuity. So again, pag same yung interval ng payment and interest period, that is a simple annuity. Pero pag magkaiba yung payment interval and the interest period, that is called general annuity. That is for activity 1. For activity 2, you're going to underline the clue words that indicate the payment interval and interest period. Then you're going to identify whether the given situation is a simple annuity or general annuity. For the assessment card, you're just going to state whether the problem describes simple annuity or general annuity. And that will be all for the lesson number 2 of week number 3.